This video I'm gonna talk about a trait that will make people like you, but that you also have to use cautiously. What do I mean by that? Why am I saying this? So I have this friend of mine, and he goes to the same grappling gym as me. So we basically train jiu-jitsu together. And I came across him the other day. He was done sprinting or jogging or whatever. He was done exercising basically. And I was returning from fucking whatever. And I'm like, yeah, how's it going? Good, bro, how are you? So we chatted for a little bit because he was basically shirtless and he wanted to tan. He wants to get tanned and like get some color, whatever. So after he was done exercising, he basically just laid shirtless in the sun in a local park that we have here. So we chatted for a little bit before I returned home. And what I noticed was that he had a certain trait. Bro, why the fuck does everyone pass by with their car? Why is everyone fucking revving their car when they're passing by my house exactly when I'm recording a video? Fuck off. Anyway, he was basically laying in the sun and we chatted for a little bit. And as he was talking, he mentioned that he didn't like some people at my gym. Not all of them, just a few of them. He mentioned that he didn't like them because of stuff that they had done. And then I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. All right, yeah. And then it hit me. It hit me that I actually like his company. And part of why actually I like his company is because he spreads some hate. Now, you shouldn't overdo this. I'm going to get to that in a minute. But you should express some hate because people love to hate stuff. People don't like everything, people don't like everyone, and you shouldn't be liked by everyone. That's how it should be. You shouldn't be liked by everyone. People should hate you because you don't need everyone to like you, and everyone shouldn't like you, and you shouldn't like everyone either. Like, if you like everyone, you're basically lying. Like, do you like pedophiles or something? No. So we can't like everyone. And why does it work? Why does spreading some hate here and there make people like you a little bit more? Because, as I said, everyone has something that they hate. And that makes you more relatable. That makes you more authentic. Why is every car. Whatever. I'm not gonna crash out this time. Anyway, it makes you more relatable and authentic. When you are at a party, for example, let me give you an example. Like, you're at a party and you're chatting with someone, and you're like, yeah, I hate when that happens. Yeah, I fucking hate that too. Awesome, bro. Let's be friends. That's good use of spreading some hate, of expressing hate for something, expressing that you dislike something. That's good use of it. But when you overdo that, when you are at the same party, for example, and you're like, yeah, the food here is bad, and I like no one here, and I want to leave, and what time is it? Is it time to leave yet? Yeah, the water here is not drinkable. Like, the drinks here are trash, and it's too hot in here. Everyone's smelly, and when you when you overdo it, when you just say it like that, you just come off as a naggy little bitch, for example. You don't come off as authentic. Actually, you come off as an authentic piece of shit, actually. So my point is to just not overdo it with spreading hate. Great. So we got into why is expressing that you dislike something useful to make people like you, and how to do it to for people to actually like you and not come across as a nagging fucking mouse, as a fucking loser. So we talked about the why and the how. Now let's talk a little bit about why should you be cautious with it? And what can go wrong? One of the things that can go wrong with this is that you say something that you shouldn't. And that's a bad thing. Let me tell you why. Because yes, you do want people to like you, but you also have to treat everyone as if they have a wire. And treat everyone like they're a fucking spy and they carry a microphone every time you're out with someone. Now, obviously, if you are only out with your neighborhood, like friends, then yeah, it's not that big of a deal. You're like with your hometown friends. If you say something about someone, then it's probably not a big deal. But as you get into more important rooms, I would guess it would make a difference and it would have an impact. So you have to basically be more careful about saying stuff about someone to someone that they're close with, for example. And specifically, not that you don't really like these people, but you certainly have to be cautious about saying the wrong thing, especially to the wrong person. Like, if you say something about someone who isn't close with the person that you don't like, for example, then it's okay, whatever. But if you say something bad about someone and this guy, the guy that you don't like, is a close person with the person that you're talking to, then chances are they will probably tell them. So, one instance, one occurrence, one situation that I imagine that this wouldn't be useful is when the person that you dislike actually knows about it. Like, if you're worried that the person that you don't like will know it, then you shouldn't tell it to someone because that someone will probably tell it to them. So, as I said, if you're worried that they're gonna know that you don't like them, then don't say that. But if you're not worried, then yeah, whatever, go ahead. Bro, this has to be happening on fucking purpose. Like, why does everyone decide that they need to switch from first to second gear exactly when they're passing by my house? And exactly while I'm recording. Anyway, the second situation that I think this wouldn't help is when you are talking shit, basically. You're expressing the hate that we talked about. But you're also mentioning something true, something that has happened. And like, especially to, as I said, especially if you're talking to someone who is close, who might tell the person that you hate about what you're talking to. So, for instance, that would look something like this. Yeah, I don't really like this guy. And you're talking to someone who is close with the guy that you don't like. And I don't really like him, and yeah, he is a piece of shit. Oh, and I also fucked his woman. Like, why would you say that? In what universe does it benefit you to tell someone about it? So, if I had to sum it up, the whole video, it would basically look something like this. To spread some hate, like a little bit, express situations or types of people that you don't like. I think these are the two safest. Like, people can relate to people that they, to types of people that they hate or to situations that they hate, and that's a lot safer compared to talking about specific people from your circle that you don't like. So express some hate, but not too much of it because you in at this point you are just complaining if you're doing it too much. Why? Because you come off as more authentic and more relatable, and people like authentic and relatable people. Now, how should you do that? By not doing that a lot. And what should you avoid? You should avoid talking bad about people that might know about it, and avoid saying stuff that is true and that can actively damage a person or a person's reputation. And now, why am I saying that? Because you're basically talking behind their back, and you shouldn't say anything behind their back that you wouldn't say to their face as well. Like, you have to make sure that when you're talking bad about someone, you can also be able to tell it in front of them, like to their face, you know? Otherwise, you're just not a man. You're just talking shit behind someone's back. So yeah, that's it for the video. I hope you found it helpful and let me know what you think. See ya.